Alright, you guys might be wondering, what the heck is this? It doesn't look like Pokemon. And it's not. And it's Gundam Newtype Rising. And I'm going to weigh and open all of the packs inside because the theory is these packs may be weighable. Similar to Pokemon hits, Gundam hits also have foil and they even have texture. So they are different from, their common cards or their basic cards, whatever. The rarities are different though. They don't call them special illustration rares or whatever. I think there's R and LR plus or plus, and generally the higher the rarity, the more valuable. Anyways, the box looks like this. Nice and thick. It's like a brick. It has its own wrapper similar to Pokemon, and it even has Bandai's, it says Bandai card game. I don't know if you could see it, but over here it says Bandai card game. It has that kind of pattern on the wrapper, just like the Pokeball pattern on booster boxes. And when you open it up, you are met with 2 stacks of packs. And I believe there are 24. So 12 on one side, 12 on the other. And by the way, this box weighs 708 grams. I don't think that means anything. And these packs are hefty. They're pretty thick. So thick that they weigh 27 grams and above. Now, just like the Magic the Gathering video, we are going to look at the expected value of each pack as well. Ideally, we would have many boxes and many packs to open, and well, if this is popular enough, then I'll continue doing Gundam. And since there's not a lot of sets out anyways, just do multiple of the same box, basically. And hopefully I know what I'm looking for. The lightest is 27.74. And the heaviest is 28.29. That is a 0.5-ish gram difference about, but that's quite a difference, at least for a card pack. 27.74. How do I open this? I wonder if I can open it like, oh, yeah. I'll open it that way. That works. Okay, I believe the rarities are in the top right here. I'm not even going to try pronouncing this. Cool. So I think C means common. Nice. More common stuff. And keep going. This is not a full art thing, so... Okay, U. I think when we get to U, that's uncommon. So this is still uncommon. Gosh, these rarities are so small, but then again, it is like Pokemon. Now we're getting to rare, so here's rare, R. So that means common in the front, rares in the back, and we ended with the common though. Haha. So I don't know if any of this is worth anything. Is there anything that's foil? I can't tell. Is this foily? Actually, this is kind of foily. I know this is hard to tell. These two are foil-like. I think rares are just automatically foiled in some way. We will find out. 27.77. How did I do this? Or maybe the tab thing, actually. No, I do not like that. That just risks bending the corner of the back card. I don't want to do that. But I'll do it for this one. We start with the common stuff. Common. Keep going. All these mechs are amazing. Okay, now we're at the rares. So, well, yeah, these feel different. Yeah, so we got these 2 rares and we got this comment. Oh, this is a resource card. I think resources are probably expected. Okay, yeah, so here are 2 rares again. These 2. Oh my gosh, this guy looks amazing. Oh, it's not just a rare. This is an LR, which is like a slightly higher type of rare. It's like the next step, maybe? I don't know. But see, he's a full art. That is cool. I don't know if he's valuable or not. I can't tell. But that's fine. We're gonna do the whole expected value thing. Alright, keep going. 0.79. And again, this is 27 grams, so this is not like Pokemon, which we are used to. What is the best way to open this? Tear it like this? No. This foil material is not the same as Pokemon, so I am not used to this whatsoever. Yeah, starting with common. I guess I should put the resource in the front, and I'll just put this thing here. Okay, we start with the commons. Keep going. Common, uncommons now. Man, these mechs are amazing. Oh, we got a rare. Is this a full? No, this isn't the full art. This isn't the same as a full art type or alternate art. I don't know. What do you call them? Well, we get 2 rare mechs, 2 foils. That's really cool. Ah, man, the artwork is amazing. It's not like we have mech models or anything scattered throughout the house. We are too cheap for that. But just having something like this, oh man, that is cool. Props to the artist. Okay, yeah. This is different. LR doesn't have this type of faded background behind the words and whatnot, but Rare does. Okay, 27.81. I guess this is the best way, but that is like the worst way. There we go. Common. Signs of a revolution. There's always a revolution. Going. Uncommon. And we got 2 rares. Kia. Nice. I'm liking these mechs and the hollow. I don't know why. It just looks so cool. Alright, 27.82. Getting heavier. Coming. That looks terrible. That fever if I ever seen one. Okay, you going? Now we're an uncommon. Then we got a rare, first rare person, and oh, we got an LR. Look at that. So yeah, it does not have that blurry background type of thing behind the words. Whoa, this one's textured. Was the other one textured? I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. So yeah, similar to Pokemon, Gundam has textured cards, and that means, I suppose, different material? I don't know, heavier material? I don't know. So here's the other LR. Yeah, it was textured. I just totally did not pay attention. So I kind of feel bad. I don't know what any of this means until I calculate the expected value at the end. 27.83. But regardless, those are some really cool cards. No regrets. Common. Keep going. Common. Uncommon territory. And here's a rare, and here's another rare. So we get 2 rares in this one. Okay, 27.87. Common. Uncommon. Keep going. What? Overflowing affection? Okay. Okay. And then we have our 2 rares. Yeah. This one's Gundam Sandrock. I hope he's not made out of sand. That would be very impractical. Okay, 27.88. Oh. Kind of figured it out. It was a little dangerous though. I don't know if I want to rip that way again. Yup. Uncommon. I wonder if any of the uncommons are worth something. Oh, we get another LR. Kshatriya? I don't know. But man, grooves on this card. Amazing. They definitely put a lot of effort into these cards. I'll give them that. Okay, 27.89. So far, no LR plus or something plus. Is there R pluses? I'm so afraid of breaking something. Or honestly, I'm just tempted to snip off the top. Go. Uncommon. 2 rares. Ooh, we have Gundam Aerial and Fortress Defense. 27.89 again. What the? EX resource. Well, at least it's different. Okay, to the back. We got, oh hey, it's our first R+. I don't even know the difference. It is textured, similar to the LR. Wow. Delta Plus? Whoa. This really shines. I am like, see that R plus? Look at that. Yeah, as someone who is for the most part a Pokemon enthusiast, opening these Gundam cards is very eye-opening. Wow. Can we make Pokemon cards like this too? This looks very metallic. It's like I can throw it at something and dent it. This is an amazing looking card. I don't know how valuable it is, to be honest. I'm just saying it looks pretty awesome. Alright, 27.91. The wrappers are piling up here. What? Was this the back? This is not a resource card, but whatever. Going uncommons, and then rare, and hey, another LR. Still textured. Alright, 0.92. This would mark half of all the packs that we have. What's the best way to open this? I don't know. Someone tell me before I damage something. Okay. But this is crazy artwork. I'm just saying. Uncommon, we got a rare, and then we got another LR. Unicorn Gundam. Anybody like unicorns? I did when I was little. Okay, finally. We are in the latter half of the box. 27.94. I'll use the tab. It seems less dangerous to the cards at this point. Going through. Uncommon, and now rare and rare. Ew, it's a rare person too. Who is she? Nope, it's not a she. It's more of a what? Iron-Fisted Discipline and Shambleau. Okay, 27.96. Just gonna quickly go to the back. Uncommon, rare, and LR. I'm guessing LR is definitely more common than it is. It's just, you know, which LRs are worth it and which LRs are not as worth it. 27.97. Uncommon. Rare. 2 rares. Okay, 27.88. We are almost at 28 grams. And then, of course, that really heavy pack, which is 28.2 something. I don't know if that is a common thing in Gundam booster boxes, but that seems pretty high. RR, we got 2 rares here. Alright, 0.98 again. We actually have several of these 0.98s. Wow, it's getting out of hand. 2 rares. RR. Oh, they look pretty cool though. And then the last 27.98. Uncommon, rare, and ooh, R plus. Another R plus. And it's a person, or it's an individual. Sorry, I did not watch Gundam. I'm pretty sure my husband would know because he had watched Gundam and he's a fan of it. He can tell me who this person is. And you guys can too. So if you know, you can put in the comments. But yay, another R plus. Yeah, I get the feeling that the something pluses, this is 28 grams by the way, that the something plus rarity and plus is the most rare. And I guess typically the most valuable, maybe? I'm just gonna keep on going to the back. Uncommon, and rare. Okay, 28.02. Keep going. Rare and LR. Wing Gundam 0. That is a beastly card. That looks so cool. And does the level mean any? I mean, I know the level means something. I just don't know what. Level 8. Is that good? Man, if any of you guys know how to play Gundam, you're gonna have to explain all that to me. Okay, we're almost there. 28.08. I believe Gundam is actually gaining popularity in general, including as a game, you know, to play and not just to collect. Rare. And another LR. Char's Galgoog. Did they really name things like that? Galgoog. Alright, 28.09. Literally 2 more packs after this. What have we got? R. Perfect Strike Gundam and Delta Plus. 2 rares. 28.15. We kind of jumped a bit in terms of weight. I don't know what this means. Might mean nothing. Whoa. Oh. There's a C plus in the back. I was pulling it out and I thought it was going to be like a resource thing and well, that's not the case. Guess I will save that for later. C plus. What does C plus mean? I always worked hard at school to not get C pluses, but now I want C pluses. Got rare, let go, and what is this C plus? Resource? Does this mean anything? It is a resource. It's just a shiny resource. Does that mean anything? I don't know. That might not mean anything, but whatever. I saved it for last. Alright, finally our heaviest is 28.29. What does it mean? I don't know. Maybe I should just put this in the front. I'll just do that. 28.29. Common. More commons. Okay, uncommon. We got a rare. We got another rare. And we got a C++. What does this mean? C++. Man, I guess this is just a very nice looking resource. I don't know. But it looks like the heavier packs would have an extra foil like this. That's what it's looking like, guys. Alright, I'll get right back to you guys with the expected value. because, yeah, I have no clue what's valuable or not. But the EV is going to tell me. So here is what I have for Gundam, at least weight-wise. I really didn't know what to write except rares and LRs and the pluses and whatever. I didn't really write down the name. Maybe I should have. But since this is just one box, there really isn't much that we can gather just yet. If we're looking for LRs, which I think is really what we're looking for, LRs and above, the R pluses and whatnot. We got one in 0.77, so that is a really light pack. Got another in 0.82. Then we have a 0.88 as well as a 0.91 and 0.92, a bit of a cluster there, I guess. And then 0.96 here. Oh yeah, and then our R pluses. An R plus showed up in 0.89 right there. And then another R plus in 0.98. That was our second one. And then more LR showed up in the 28 gram packs, 28.02, 0.08. And then, of course, in the 28.15 and 28.29, which were our two heaviest packs, we had a C plus and then a C plus plus. And if I were to make a conclusion based off of just those two, I would say, yeah, to a degree, maybe packs are pretty weighable in Gundam. Not necessarily for the LRs and R pluses. Not just yet. But if you were to try to find a third foil card, then yeah, maybe that's weighable because that's literally what those two were. We had two rares, which was expected, and then we had the C plus and C plus plus, which we did not expect, and that was a third foil. So maybe Gundam is worth testing to see what we find among other booster boxes. Alright, let's go to this Excel sheet that I have here, which has all of the expected value or realized value of each of the Newtype Rising packs. So you can see the weights right here, kind of small. 27.74 being the lightest, all the way to our 28.29. And let's start from the bottom because these two are easiest to recognize. These are our heaviest packs, and they both had the C++ and the C+. Well, the C++ was our most expensive card, and it really boosted that realized value for that pack. $31.69. That is crazy. The C+, even though that also is rare and really shiny, it was only $8.46 in expected value. There were other packs that had a higher EV than that C+ pack. 28.02, we had an $11.78 pack, and then a 27.98 here, $19.48. Yeah, what in the world were those? So the 28.02, which was $11, that was just an LR. And I don't know how rare an LR is compared to a C+, for example, but there are LRs that are apparently more valuable than, I suppose, the really rare ones or the rarer ones, if a C+ is actually rarer than an LR. And then the 27.98 one, that was $19, that's not bad. That one is the R+. I forgot which R+ it was. Now, most of the packs were, $1 something, a lot of them. But then you get something like a $4 EV or even close to $6. This 27.88, $15.08 in EV. That was an LR, so not an R+ or anything like that. The other R+ was right here, 27.89. It was only $9.50. So even though you get a really rare card, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the most expensive card in the whole booster box, but it is generally more valuable. And then even here, the $5.77, that's 27.82. That was also just an LR. So yeah, looks like overall, if you were to get an LR, then it would get that EV up to maybe $5-ish, $4 to $5, something like that. Doesn't happen all the time because like it's 27.79, $5.63 in EV. We only had two rares, but apparently they were really good rares or something like that. So pretty cool. And all together, if we were to add the EVs, it'd be $147.98, which was actually about the price of the booster box, at least the one that I bought. And then the EV per pack on average, it would be $6.17. well, let's round it down. It would be $6.16 per pack. So that is what you can possibly expect in EV, expected value, for one Gundam Newtype Rising booster box. I thought that was pretty interesting. Obviously, this is just one booster box. Not saying that every booster box is going to behave the way that mine did. And honestly, if it weren't for that C++ card at the very end, yeah, the value of this would be significantly lower. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely out of the ordinary because typically we do Pokemon. But if you like this data, like and subscribe. Also, memberships are open, and if you become a member, not only are you supporting the channel and all the data that we collect here, but you can also see the videos ahead of time, so grabbing that data a little sooner than others. And what did you guys think about Gundam? I know most of you guys are Pokemon. I am mostly Pokemon, but Gundam was really interesting, and I just love the artwork. But that's just me. What did you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments below. See you in the next PackStat.